Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvatacharya Om Chaitanya Satashi Shiva is divine grace Abhaya Chanana Bhaktivedanta Goswami Shiva Prabhupada Ki Jai ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Shri Shri Radhakrishna Gopi Gopinath Shaima Kunda, Radhakunda, Giri Govardhan Ki Jai, Vrindavanam Ki Jai, Machuranam Ki Jai, Jagannath Swami Ki Jai, Yamunamai Ki Jai, Simandila Silevi Ki Jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Gaur Preganaya. All glories to Jesus, all glories to Jesus, all glories to Jesus. All glories to Shri Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimati Saman Stay Saraswati Gauravani Pachani Nivasesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deja Tarni. So I'm very happy to be here with you all. It's been about a year since I've been here, and I miss everybody. This whole area, Sorry, Varanivya, so many nice Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis, and of course we have somebody from Savu Savu here, and from Melbourne, too. Melbourne, Savu Savu. Yeah, it's been a year, and Krishna has blessed me to be able to come back. You know, last year there was some health issues, but now everything seems all right by Krishna's grace, because of the prayers of all of you. And I just came from Auckland, New Zealand, where we were celebrating Ram Navami. You had Ram Navami here too?
Yeah.
That's good. Went to the temple or?
Yeah, no temple. It was in Valilebu, Missouri, in Suva temple.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nabwa, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Oh yeah, everywhere. Nagwa too?
Nabwa.
No, not Nagwa. Just Missouri and
Yeah.
Valilebu. Yeah. So it's good. The movement's expanding like that. And for those of you who didn't hear my class that I gave on Ram Navami, I spoke about something very, very different than most people speak about. Most people, when they talk about Ram Navami or talk about Lord Ram, they just tell the pastimes. So instead, I thought I would describe the inner meaning of the Ramayana, which is really interesting, because Lord Ram, he comes down to this world, and also Sita comes down to this world, basically to taste ras. Even though there's the killing of the demons, Paritranaya Sadhanam Vinashaya Duskritam. Of course, Ram killed Ravan, Kumbhakarna, Tataka, all those nice Rakshasas. Anyway, yeah, it's interesting, and it's also very heroic. Rama's the greatest hero, and also, he's also a good example, Maryada Purushottama. He's the best example of ethics, morality, what it means to be a king, because he renounced the goddess of fortune, just so he could be the king and everyone would trust him. It's pretty amazing, isn't it? People get upset with that many times, isn't it? Why didn't he just forget about the kingdom and go with his wife? Well, Ram was teaching us, Lord Ram was teaching us, the duty of a king is not to play favorites. You understand? Sometimes you see like Prime Minister, you hurt your hand. Oh, does it hurt? Be careful. So, was this playing sports or something? Yeah, no. Gotta be careful. No rugby. So, anyway, so one who is a king or guru or leader, he can't play favorites with his family. Everyone has to be equal. That's the difficulty, not the danger, difficulty of taking a leadership position. Like if you're a temple president or the prime minister. Sometimes we see prime ministers, they play favorites, right? With their own race or something like that. And also, in America it's like that. I'm not going to discuss that too much. But people play favorites. But a king has to be samadarshi, see everyone equally. So Lord Ram was showing us that. So you have all these external lessons that Lord Ram is teaching us. But there's something else going on internally. Just like we know that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to save us, to teach the Yuga Dharma, right? Krishna, Kali Kalera Dharma Krishna Nama Sankirtan. So, he's the Yuga Avatar. But something else was going on with Lord Chaitanya. He wanted to taste, right? The nectar of serving God, even though he's God. So he took Radharani's position. He wanted to see himself from Radharani's perspective. And he also wanted to enjoy, like Radharani enjoys, and understand the love. So in the same way, Lord Ramchandra, he actually wanted to taste the nectar of Vipralamba Seva. Everybody knows what Vipralamba means? Separation. Because many of you are thinking separation is painful, right? And actually in the material world, it's very painful. You know, when someone dies, just like here in Fiji, we were talking this morning, when someone dies, they call the family from all over the world to fly around, and they keep the body frozen for 2 weeks. It's crazy. This person's not there, because they want to say goodbye to them. But they're already gone. How can you say goodbye to someone who's not there? But anyway, so separation is painful in this world. But in the spiritual realm, separation means more closeness. Just like we see the separation, Vipralamba, between Radha and Krishna. And so that is a special nectar. It's the highest ecstasy. Because when one is feeling that separation, one is connected spiritually. Just like we discussed this last night in our reception. Just like if I feel separation from Prabhupada, it's also nectar, because that means I'm with Prabhupada. Or when I'm chanting Krishna's names, we're feeling separation from Krishna, then we're connected to Krishna, because the more intense the emotion is, the more intense the connection is. Does that make sense? So Lord Ram has many pastimes where the emotion is super intense. I mean, I think it's even more than Krishna's pastimes. I mean, you think of all these times, you know, Dasarath sending his son to be Vishwamitra Muni, then eventually Dasarath dying in separation when Sita and Ram, Lakshmana went to the forest. More pain there. Oh my God. All the residents of Ayodhya feeling separation, Bharat feeling so much separation that he decided not to be the king. He decided to live in Nandigram, under the earth, because he would be better than Ram. He wanted to worship in separation Ram's padukas. And then, I mean, throughout the Ramayana, there's all sorts of stories about separation. And then at the end, well, close to the end, actually 60,000 years before the end, then Ram actually banishes, anyway, a lot of things happen before then, like Ravana kidnapping Sita, Ram banishing Sita then in the forest. But at the end, Ram actually banishes, or Sita leaves him permanently. She enters into the earth. Oh my God. And Ram is just so upset, he's ready to destroy the earth. He's feeling so much separation. And then, what happens after that is that after about 60,000 years, as described in the Valmiki Ramayana, it's time for Ram to leave this earth. So it's arranged that Kal Purush, you know that story, visits Ram, time, the personality of time. And he tells Ram, no one should interfere with our talk. And if anyone interferes, you should get rid of them. And so Lord Ram, has Lakshman guard the door. And Durvasa Muni comes, and he demands to come, or else he's going to destroy all of Ayodhya. And then Lakshman has to interfere, and Ram has to send Lakshman away. And Lakshman has to enter the Sarayu River, and he manifests himself as an Antashesh and goes back to Godhead. Wow. And then even later, Lord Ram enters the Saraya with all the residents of Vrindavan, and he tells Hanuman, you have to stay here. So Hanuman, right? It's pretty intense. I mean, Lakshman was inseparable from Ram, right? He was like Ram's shadow. The whole time, all the pastimes. He was right there with Ram. And Ram and Lakshmana experienced separation from each other. And then Hanuman has to experience separation. So you look at all these things and it appears to be like a tragedy, right? Very sad. No, very happy. Because Ram and Sita are never separated. Lakshman and Rama are never separated. And Hanuman and Rama are never separated. Because Hanuman is always chanting Ram Nam. And so he's connected. In the same way when we chant Krishna's name, Krishna Nam, Ram Nam, we're always connected to Krishna. There's no separation. And when I remember Prabhupada, then I'm connected to Prabhupada. But the more intense the emotion is, the more connection. It's interesting. And if we're just chanting ritualistically, very little connection. And if we're chanting Yugayitam Nimishena Chakshusha Pravashayitam Shunyayitam Jagatsarvam Govindavidahinam, there's a lot of connection. And that's how Prabhupada said we should chant. Like a child crying out for the mother. A child crying out for the mother cries with great love. Mommy, mommy, mommy. Mata, mata, mata. Right? So, anyway, so that's one lesson we can learn from the Ramayana. Really interesting. I was thinking, how do I give a different class about the Ramayana? Because everybody knows the pastimes. Because I know pastimes that you don't know, but that's right. Because I've studied the Valmiki Ramayana. So there's all these pastimes about Vishwamitra Muni, all these pastimes about the demons and where the demons came from, and all these pastimes of Ahi Ravana, Mahi Ravana. They're very interesting. So, any questions? Anybody?
Yes, I have one question.
Yeah.
In Treta Yuga, the life expectancy is 10,000 years.
Treta Yuga is 10,000 years. Yes.
The Lord State.
100,000. He lived for 100,000. According to the Valmiki Ramayana.
He overstayed.
He's gone. He can stay as long as he wants. I mean, you got sages who live. For example, you have sages who live for as many lifetimes as Lord Brahma's. They have hairs on their body, like Markandeya Rishi. So Ram is God, and Bharat, Shatrughna, Lakshmana, they're all God. But anyway, it's in the Valmiki Ramayana says 60,000 years. It's a long time. And he lived without Sita, and every day he had to see Sita's deity. Did you live that long without your wife?
wife is informed about this, it is less trouble.
For him, yeah. And no talking, right? The wife that doesn't talk.
Silence.
Doesn't ask for sorries or anything. But anyway, but Ram loves Sita. I mean that eternally. And Ram was always with Sita, although externally it didn't appear like that. Like Krishna was always with Radha, although externally it doesn't appear like that. Anyways, it's a wonderful way to look at the Ramayana. Because otherwise people get really upset. Especially when Ram banishes Sita, or Sita enters the earth, isn't it? I mean, all you ladies cry when you hear that. And if you look at it from a different angle, it's no longer sad. It's actually they're tasting rus, which is really, then you know something beautiful, because they're always with each other. They're with each other more in separation than in meeting. And if you study Krishna's pastimes, you understand some of this. You know, there's Purva Ras, before they meet, Sambandha when they actually meet, pending separation, and then separation. So, but this is elaborately described by the Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, and the other Goswamis in relationship to Krishna and Radha. The same principles can be applied to Sita and Ram. And Ram only had one wife. Krishna had, of course, many wives, but unlimited girlfriends. Isn't it? 16,108 wives, but much more girlfriends. Even the sages at Danda Karanya, they became his girlfriends. So, anyway, who else has a question? Questions? No? There's no question. We can take prasad. Is that right?
Yes.
That is the big question.
Big question?
The big question is one must take prasad.
Yeah. When is prasad is the question. Okay, we'll take prasad now. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Find out.